Hello, beautiful friends and book lovers. I hope that you're all doing well. If you're new here, my name is Heather, and here at Heather's Book Review, I love to read and review thrillers, but I will read and review just about anything. That's just my favorite genre. And today's video is a dedicated review and book chat for those of us who have read for What Lies in the Woods by Kate Alice Marshall. If you are here just for the book chat, like you want to talk spoilers, go ahead and just look in the description box below, and there will be a timestamp for when that book chat starts. But yeah, let's just get into the review portion, the non-spoiler portion. I did receive, first off, this was the January book of the month choice for this year, for 2023. And if you're new here, I have vowed to read and review the thriller for book of the month. If you're unfamiliar with book of the month, it is all of these books with these little squares. Oh my gosh, that's actually gonna bug me. Let me fix that really quick. I was just talking about this book in another video, so I must have messed up the cover there. Anyways, it is a book buying subscription where for $14.99 a month, you get to choose one hardcover book that Book of the Month is promoting. So hardcovers typically retail anywhere from $25 to sometimes up to like $34, $35. So getting one for $14.99 is a steal. But my favorite part about Book of the Month is that you can choose up to 2 other add-ons for only $10. So you can walk away with getting like 3 hardcover books for roughly $35. So I've been a member for quite some time. A lot of these books are because I do typically get add-ons. All of these books down here, this is my TBR shelf, and as you can see, there are quite a bit, a lot of Book of the Month books on that shelf because it's just hard for me to just choose one. I always end up choosing multiple. But anyways, I will have my referral link in the description box below if you're interested. And if you go through me, I get a free book, which is great. And you also get your first box for $5, which is amazing. I'm trying to sit back and relax a little bit more, actually have my back on a chair. Every time I film videos, I feel like I'm up close, working on my posture, and I've already filmed for the past 20 minutes. So let's see if I can actually keep in mind to just sit back while I'm filming and talking. But anyways, I actually listened to this book on audio. I was gifted the audiobook by the publisher. Thank you, Macmillan, for letting me listen to this book. I literally was so excited when I saw that I had access to listen to this. So I am going to go ahead and read a short synopsis of the book for you. If you don't want to hear the synopsis, I get it. Just go ahead and skip a little bit ahead and you'll be able to tell when I'm done because my eyes will be looking up. All right, here we go. It says, Naomi Shaw used to believe in magic. 22 years ago, she and her best friends, Cassidy and Olivia, spent the summer roaming the woods, imagining a world of ceremony and wonder. They called it the Goddess Game. The summer ended suddenly when Naomi was attacked. Miraculously, she survived her 17 stab wounds and lived to identify the man who had hurt her. The girl's testimony put away a serial killer wanted for murdering 6 women. They were heroes, and they were liars. For decades, the friends have kept a secret worth killing for, but now Olivia wants to tell, and Naomi sets out to find out what really happened in the woods, no matter how dangerous the truth turns out to be. I did want to mention this, talking about Book of the Month books. I actually did create an entire playlist for all of the book reviews that I have dedicated to Book of the Month books because I also did this same goal last year in 2022, which was to read and review all of their thrillers, and I did that. So I went ahead and I put a playlist. I will link it up here and in the description box for you. But that's just kind of a massive playlist of all of my Book of the Month books. So I will add this one, of course, even though I didn't get it from Book of the Month, it is still a Book of the Month read. So yeah, check those out if you guys are interested, or if you want to see, if you're interested in, what add-ons that you wanted to get for specific books, you can go through them and see which of the Book of the Month books I really ended up loving. Also, this video will be coming out. Let me check my filming schedule. Yes, at this time, and you guys are seeing this, is Book of the Month worth it? Hi. My puppy is so, like, he's not even a puppy anymore. He's almost 5. What is up? What are you up to? Who else has a funny dog voice for their dog? Everybody, probably. Anyways, what was I saying? Don't even remember, other than, you know what? I'm just going to stick with the same goal this year of reading all of the book of the month thriller books. So that whole video goes over exactly my thoughts on every single thriller from book of the month in 2022. So that's actually a really fun video. It was so fun to film, and I rated it. Like, I literally did a didn't like it and a liked it pile. So check it out if you haven't seen it yet. And then, you know, it may persuade you to even join or not to join, who knows. But I did decide in that video that I am sticking with, you know, the reading the thriller for the month each month. All right, guys, I'm not really going to get into the nitty gritty, if you will, of like what I liked about the book and what I didn't like about the book, because on my reading scale, I'm giving this an enjoyable read, but I say that with caution, okay? I say it with a little bit of caution because I believe this thriller would be a fantastic thriller for somebody who's just starting out in the thriller genre, okay? And what I mean by that is this is not something new in the thriller community, okay? This is something that kind of feels like been there, done that. I talk about this more in the book chat part of this video that contains spoilers, but it wasn't anything new. The ending wasn't anything new, okay, for me. I've seen it actually done quite a bit of times. So yeah, I mean, did I enjoy it? Yeah, it was a good listen. Was I on the edge of my seat, biting my nails like I needed to finish it? No, because it felt very familiar in the sense that I've read other books. Like, I can see a number on my shelf right now that really, really, really reminded me of this book. So yeah, I mean, if you're looking to get into thrillers, you don't read a whole ton of thrillers, it's a newer genre for you, maybe you want to like sample it a little bit, see if it's your thing, I would suggest reading it, because I feel like if I was new to thrillers and I read this book, I would have been like, wow, like super pleasantly surprised. For me, I mainly read thrillers, okay? So I was like, it didn't really seem new or like original, but I still enjoyed listening to it. So like I said, go ahead and check out that book of the month playlist, or maybe another playlist. Can I link multiple playlists? I don't even know. I'll put my thriller playlist up here for you guys too. But the remainder of this video is going to contain spoilers because it is the book chat part of the video for those of us who have read. So if you're new here, I would love if you could hit that subscribe button and that post notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new bookish related video, but we are going to get chatting. Okay guys, so in that non-spoiler section, I talked about the book feeling very been there, very done that. I feel like I have read a lot of thrillers where it was like a friendship-based thriller and the murders or like messed up stuff was happening due to jealousy and due to just like kind of like that obsessive friend. Like, how many thrillers have we read that are like that? Okay, like a lot. And I don't want to call out the books behind me because that's gonna ruin it for some of you if you haven't read those books. But I mean, it's not like super original. I did think that it was actually Liv that was kind of behind the childhood stabbings. I, from the get-go, never really thought like there was a man. I didn't, you know, like I think it was kind of obvious that like that serial killer, like they kind of just threw a name out there. You know, because he kind of fit the profile, if you will. But I always was like, no, it's one of these girls. Like, you know, like they're talking about magic and how they're like trying to do these rituals and shit. Like, it's got to be one of those. But I was thinking it was like Liv the entire time, like for everything. So then when she ended up getting killed, I was like, okay, well then it has to be, what's her name? Cassidy. Also, another overarching theme in this book is like how many thrillers are going to mention like a true crime podcast. We have All the Dangerous Things, right? We have The Night Swim. We have this book. How many other books behind me mention a true crime podcast? I'm like, okay, I get it. I get it that like that's common and everybody loves true crime and everyone's doing that, but like it is just, I feel like every thriller book I'm reading lately, well, not every, but a lot of them are like incorporating that into their book. So I was like, wow, that's like an overarching theme, along with alcoholism being a main character, like their struggle, right? That tends to happen. I've talked about this in my videos for years, that like the main character in thriller like books, they always tend to be like an alcoholic. So it was actually different. What is Naomi? That was her name. Her dad was an alcoholic, but she was just like, she had different vices, if you will. So yeah, that was a little refreshing. It wasn't her that was the alcoholic, but it was her dad. So we escaped it a little bit, but not quite. I wrote that I thought it was a nice twist that Ethan ended up being the serial killer's son that they put away. I wasn't really expecting that, but I'm glad it didn't go like the route of like him seeking revenge kind of thing, because that would have been very like stereotypical, right? My next point was talking about how we kind of, but not kind of, escaped the alcoholism trend that seems to be in our thrillers. And then my last thought was just overall, it just wasn't really anything amazing. Like, you know, I said, I think it's a good book, a good thriller for those who are starting out. I think people would absolutely love this book if they didn't really read a whole ton of thrillers, right? Because it's not super messy. It's not super graphic. It's like, you know, it's kind of just a good medium, if you will. So that pretty much wraps up my thoughts on What Lies in the Woods. So thank you, as always, so much for watching. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, you guys.